Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got what I assume will be a very interesting unboxing video to share with you guys. This was sent to me by Tools for Gents, which some of you are going to be familiar with, especially those of you who live outside of the United States. If you're not, either way, I'm going to make sure that they are linked right down below. They carry some super cool stuff, and I think many of you have been finding out lately they carry some stuff that nobody else carries. Some really, some particularly sought after items. So make sure you check them out. Thanks so much to Tools for Gents for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Let's go ahead and get in here and find out what we've got. I believe, if I remember correctly, if I remember the conversation correctly, they sent me some stuff that is no longer available. And I think they sent me some stuff that is available, but I think the idea was, oh, awesome. Holy crap, that is a freaking ridiculous pen. I think the idea here is that they have some new stuff coming. And I think they wanted to share. God, these are heavy. Guys, these are, we're about to look at some pretty robust things. And again, I can't remember what they're sending, but either way, here's their card. So make sure you check them out. Whether you want to use my link or you want to look here, that's fine. Or type it in the browser. Whether or not this stuff is available, keep in mind, what I'm trying to do here is share with you some work and some indications of things to come. This is something you have to pay attention to, right? We'd all love it if everything was in stock all the time, but, the hard truth of the knife world is if it's really, really cool, you usually have to wait for it, or at least try, a little bit. Which one do I want to do here? God, I'm really intrigued by this. This is Midgards Messer, by the way, right? Same gentleman behind the Viking. I'm doing the Christmas present thing here. Let's open up the red one. The pen. God, this thing is freaking... I have no idea. I'm going to put the name of the pen on screen right now. I just have to take this apart and look. God, just an absolutely I don't know what these are. I don't know a whole lot about the refills. So there you go. There's the refill. All right, there's a spring in there. Schmidt Easy Flow 9000 something or other, made in Germany. No idea. I'm not a pen guy. I think pens are cool. I just don't know as much about pens as I do about knives, but if you like crazy overbuilt pens, this is about as robust of a pen as I have ever seen, right? We have an attitude adjuster on top, and then one of the ends, how do you make it right? Ooh, well, that's kind of neat. So how does it, oh, I see the pocket clip. Yeah, I'm keeping this. This is cool. That's awesome. Oh, man. You know what? Down here, because of how they've made this area, this is actually fairly comfortable to hang on to, right? Listen, I think like overly robust and aggressive variants of everyday objects are interesting, right? Even if they take away from the utility and then the actual cost of the item is so far away from, any reasonable ratio of like cost to efficiency, right? Did I throw enough words at that to explain why I like that? I don't do with that what you will. God bless America. What is this? This is the Beowulf, surely. Yeah, it says right there. Man, every time, this is now the second time that I have handled, this is the release, has to be, yeah. This is the second time I have handled something from Midgards Messer and remembered that at one point it was available and it is no longer. Okay, yeah, now I want this. I want this, but I can't have this one. The gentleman who sent me this was the actual owner and designer of the Beowulf. And he told me, he's like, I can't give this one to you. Yeah, if you have this knife and you want to part with it, I really want it. Look at this. This is why I say, hey, companies, do more diamond textured titanium because it looks really good. This looks really good. Come on, right? Is it just me? Why? Like, it's so funny how companies are like, no, I think what we're going to do is just do plain titanium. Hear me out. Plain titanium, and we're going to tumble it. Well, to milling, something would really look good. In this case, here you go. Here's a great example. This looks awesome, right? Look at this enormous cutout here. This is an odd thing to grab, and I think it's mainly the positioning of the pocket clip. Now, obviously, this is kind of above and beyond for the sake of being above and beyond. Does this have the, let me see. What is this? Does this lock it down? Or does this just, the tension adjust? Interesting. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily feel any different. I guess I'm going to have to, maybe you can adjust it with that screw. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. It doesn't seem to be doing much. But it does have one of those pin locks, which is going to make it, you know, and people always argue, right? There's certain words you can and can't say. People are waiting for me to say, you know, they're like, say it's as strong as a fixed blade. I got words for you. Say it's as strong as a fixed blade. I am knowledgeable in the art of survival and robustness and resilience, and I will educate thee on whether or not your puny folding knife has the robustness and resiliency of a true fixed blade. Shut up. This is definitely overbuilt, and because of all the contact points, right, it is definitely a robust object for sure. How convenient and efficient it is, I don't know. Truthfully, I like it because it's different and it's weird and it feels like an absolute tank. I mean, really, if I did want to use this, I absolutely could. I just like how stubby and chonky it is, you know. And here's the thing, that's a really thick blade stock, by the way. I'm curious how thick that actually is. Where are my calipers? God, those things, I swear, as soon as I look away, they just tuck themselves underneath. Here's the problem. I'm not organized. There they are. God, you little pieces of crap. Come on, just be where I need you. There we go. Sorry. Give me attitude today. Give me attitude. Okay. What do we got here? 1/4 inch? Almost. Yeah. Very close to a 1/4 inch on the blade. That's too thick to cut efficiently, says the other people desperately wanting to educate everyone in the comments. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that it's going to be less efficient than an open L, right? I can't stop them all, right? But I sure can mock them all. Yeah, it slices better than you'd think, though. Honestly, that's really not bad. This is the second time now that I've handled something from this company. Whoops, I'm getting caught on the sharpening trail there, which is a downside of having, you know, sharpening trail. But if you want to get it to the actual sharpened portion to the blade, it's really, it's a lot cleaner of a cut than you might guess. We are shaving into the paper there. Did you see that? What just happened? I literally cut into it. The edge is definitely grabby and definitely bitey. And there's a long ways to drop towards the cutting edge. Now, would it be difficult to push this thick, you know, shape, this geometrically thick wedge through something like thick cardboard or rubber? Yeah, this does seem to be locking out the lock bar. There's something I'm missing here. This knife does seem to have the ability to lock out the lock bar, and I am just not there. Did I just adjust it? Okay, now it's definitely not moving. So there's a catch. There's definitely a point where that thing will lock it out. That's interesting. Okay. That screw must change how readily that thing rotates. It's actually backwards. So here, all the way. There. It doesn't move. So we got that, and then we got this thing here. And there you go. You have yourself a very, very robust knife that I'm not going to compare to anything specifically so that people don't cry their pants in the comment section. Anyways, let's look at this one. I think this is the new, this is the one that's coming. Oh, okay. What am I doing here? What needs to be released? This needs to be released. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look how stubby and chunky it. Oh man, that's just so fun. Can you guys blame me? I mean, if you've been watching my channel for a bit, then you know like how many knives I review that are just so regular. And there's a place for regular, right? The day-to-day, the efficient, right? The convenient. Those have their places, and we all carry and use those knives, right? But sometimes you want something weird. You want something different. You want something cool, right? I absolutely love this. This is insane. I gotta try out the flipper tab. The action is amazing. Oh, there's no flipper tab. This is literally just an aesthetic piece. So do we use... Yeah, you can use the fuller. Oh, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is so freaking cool, man. I don't even mind the blue anno. Look how we've got like the texture here. That's gorgeous. Big, thick pieces of titanium. That's probably also, yeah, almost a 1/4 inch. Holy. That is the stubbiest Tanto clip fuller whale-faced... I don't know what to call this blade, but it's awesome. It looks like it's really short. It's not. It's just so tall. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the... Yeah, okay. This is actually 8 inches. No, it's more than that. It's almost 8 1/4. There's a glass breaker on the end, too. I think literally just, like, any corner of this knife will easily break glass. He's going to do a run of 200 of these. This is sick. I looked at it and thought, that's real cool. I bet it's like this big, right? No. Full size, big old chunky meaty boy. Yes. This is why I'm not burnt out. This is why I'm not burnt out on knives, guys. It's this kind of stuff right here. This has been around for a bit. Those of you who have this, you know, congrats to you. You're lucky. I should have bought this when it came out. But this is the kind of stuff that makes the knife world interesting to me. I've said this since I started YouTube. I have always loved crazy, overbuilt, and sometimes, you know, ironically unironic gas station knives. How are the layers? The more levels of irony that you can add to something and explain it, apparently the more intelligent you come off, right? I unfortunately can't. So do with that information what you will. But I like this stuff. It's fun, right? Even if it's not necessarily practical, it's really interesting. Oh boy, I can't wait to review these. This is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. So you will get full comprehensive reviews, even though this guy is gone. I mean, maybe he'll bring it back. I don't know, right? Still worth talking about. You'll get full videos on these here in 2 to 3 weeks or so. So look out for those. Thank you so much to Midgards Messer and to Tools for Gents for sending these in for me to take a look at. I do have to send this guy back. So I'll just have it here for a bit. Anyways, please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.